We're joined again by John Eldredge, counselor, teacher, and founder of Wild at Heart Ministries. His new book, Experience Jesus Really, Finding Refuge, Strength, and Wonder Through Everyday Encounters with God, is all about the difference it makes when we invite God into our everyday lives. John, it is so good to have you back with us on 100 Huntley Street.
Oh, yeah, it's my pleasure. Hi, Huntley Street friends.
Well, our 100 Huntley Street audience treasures the way you share truth with so many of us across the world. You know, one of the scriptures that you talk about in your book, Experience Jesus Really, is Psalm 91. And you address that psalm quite a few times throughout your book. Tell us about why you chose this psalm and some of the themes coming out of it.
Yes. So first off, as a Christian therapist for 35 years, I've been really alarmed at the growing rate of anxiety in the world and depression among men and women, and particularly young adults, young people. The soul needs a safe place. The soul needs a place to come home to and feel safe in. And you read the great refuge Psalms, Psalm 46, Psalm 91. God is offering to be that safe place for us. But here is something very interesting. I think when we think of, the shelter of the Most High, we think of a castle, perhaps, or something very fixed and immovable. But the refuge being described in Psalm 91 is very dynamic because it says, yes, God will shield you under the shelter of his wings. But then it goes on to say he will command his angels concerning you. Oh, we get the help of the angels. And then he goes on to say, and you will resist the assaults of the enemy. You will crush the lion and the cobra. You will trample the lion and the serpent. And I began to realize there is a dynamic in our day to day where we learn to recognize the attacks of the evil one. And we say no to those, no to the lies, no to the accusations, while we are also turning in love, worshiping God, and learning to take refuge in him. It's both and. We play a role in finding the refuge of Psalm 91. I think that's very exciting. I think it's very honoring of our humanity. And I think it opens up new possibilities for every viewer to go, wait a second, I want that. I want a safe place to come home to. I want to be in the shelter of the Most High. Well, let's go learn that together.
John, it's such an encouragement to hear you share these words. And I had never looked at Psalm 91 like that, where we're focused on not just God as our refuge, but in partnership. How are we taking action in authority and moving towards a place of refuge and fighting against those principalities of darkness? John, thank you so much for these incredible insights.
Oh, it's such an honor. I just love helping the people of God come home to God.
Oh, and that is such a good word there. And if you are watching right now and you want to come home to God, we want to encourage you that this is possible. God wants to walk with you, journey with you. God is calling you to walk in his presence and experience Jesus really. This is a book that will encourage you on that journey, that will show you, okay, this is what it can look like in my day-to-day. This is where God is calling me. We'd love to get a copy of this book into your hands. So please call 1-800-265-3100 or visit crossroads.ca /Jesus.